In this episode tonight, coming up, it's more chat about football.
Hello, this is Corby TV, and it's more of an interstitial kind of discussion we've got here. We're joined by Stevie Noble, club chairman, of course, and Chris York, who's involved with the running of the wonderful new Steel Bar. Stevie, it's important, first of all, on the football pitch, on the blaze that we can see in front of us, Steel Park here, that we get off to a great start to the season. FA Cup this weekend. It's the start. It's the foundation of where the season's going to go, surely, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah, I think everybody's seen that we got Gary in last year. Okay, we stuttered a wee bit, but he said a chance to get a squad together, and I think he's got a good squad together. Things are looking promising. I think the supporters got behind him last year, which gave him confidence and gave us confidence in the manager. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to back him the best way we can. And obviously that's financially, so every penny at the moment is going towards Gary and the lads. So we're pulling out of the stops. Obviously we want as much as we can get in, so sponsors are always welcome at the club. If you know anybody, don't hesitate to put them in contact with the club. And obviously one of the things this season that's been a bit different from previous seasons is Steel Bar. It's come under the club's wing again. And I think, unlike previous years or many years ago when we found it hard to make money on the place, and that's why we've tried different things. We're looking again, as I say, it's come under the club's umbrella, but we're looking at it slightly different. We want the supporters to run it, and on not just match days. Obviously we want them up here on match days, but we want them to use it for the birthday parties or whatever. So the more we can get them to use it, the more money that goes into the fund to keep the first team going and try and get out of this league. Now, where Chris has come on board, Chris is more a music-minded lad, and he's got expertise in that, so he can bring, the Steel Bar can get used for other events other than just football, so Chris has got a lot of years in that, so I think could be exciting times. Two things for the Steel Bar, somewhere decent to go, and better for the supporters. I mean, the supporters wanted this. They moaned about, they didn't like the way the bar was run in the past. Circumstances have changed that now, and we want them to support it, so let's get behind it. And also let's get behind Chris and his volunteers. We're looking for more volunteers. Chris has went in there and he's put a lot of work in the summer, you know that. So, but we need more. I think we need more people on match days to contribute to it, and let's take it to the next level, because it can be a good revenue for the football club. And as I say, we keep saying it, the owners here have said it, every penny it generates is going into the team. If we get to October and all that, and we're looking good, then we want to be able to keep it going and push to get out of this blooming league. As
you say, it's all about money. It's all about the funds that are generated alongside the football club. The Steel Bar, it looks better. There's a different feeling about it. There's been volunteers there most weekends during the summer trying to tidy it up, fix things that weren't working, put things right that had gone wrong. And it looks like not only a great bar where you can get a drink pre-game, but it also looks like a great music venue. And I think the work that obviously Chris York has done in either bringing bands in and just making it a better staged area. Football's a different matter. You need a good pitch to play football on. You need a decent stage to play decent quality music on.
Yeah, the other side of that, I mean, you're quite right. I mean, if it's a nice place and people want to go there, it also makes it's a better place for our supporters to use, for their family events. Who wants to go and sit and just football memorabilia around about you? So it'll be a classier place for family events, like birthday parties, anniversaries, and all that. So if the supporters want to utilise that, there's a lot of clubs and pubs in the town closing. You know that, and it's getting harder to find a good venue to utilise this christenings and what have you. But what Chris is putting in, okay, he's driven by the music side of it, but that's bringing a lot of infrastructure into the place. The place is going to get better week on, week out, you know, so, and we'll reap the benefits of that, you know, not just on match days, but hopefully every weekend of the year or midweek or whatever.
So we've got a big game coming up Saturday. It's in the FA Cup, first off. It's against another team from Northamptonshire. They're only just down the road. AFC Diamonds are going to bring quite a few here that afternoon, I'm sure. And you'd expect the bar to be ringing, to be absolutely chocker.
Yeah. Hopefully, everything's ringing, and hopefully the players are ringing, and everything goes well. Yeah, I mean, it'd be good to get a good start this year. We haven't done well the past few years in the FA Cup. Gary and that know the importance of it. You know, I think it don't matter whether it's the FA Cup or whatever you're playing in. It's a good habit to get into winning. The game here on Saturday, previous, I thought was a ding-dong. I thought it was a good warm-up for us. It was very physical. People moaned about the referee, but honestly, I sat up the back there and I enjoyed the game because it was a good old-fashioned game. But if you can go out every week and apply yourself like that and get games like that, this place will be rocking.
Because it's what the fans want. They want to see a good game of football.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Chris, to bring you in now, obviously, I'm aware of what's on the roster, the kind of bands that are coming in. To just throw a couple of names out, you've got Spirit Destiny, Skids, you've got The Exploited. These are all pretty well-known bands. And also The Beat. And I think, I mean, The Beat, if anybody hasn't seen The Beat, they're just an exceptional ska band. And I think Pauline Black from Selector's coming as well. So lots of things to look forward to. But of course, you've got other things on your mind as well. You've got to look at the security, whether or not the things are actually working. And it sounds good. Because if it doesn't sound good, people walk away going, it's not up to the standard it should be.
I mean, when we first had our meeting here back in January, we knew there was a lot of work to do. And, you know, what had happened previously, the building, you know, it needed lots of repairs, and the fire alarm system, for example, you know, had to get a building report done on the ceiling. You know, so there's been loads and loads of work going on in the background. But the bottom line is, you know, this football club, you know, we need all the supporters. We need facilities for the supporters to go and have a decent pint, you know, on match days, and a bit of decent food without going down the road, you know, so they're all comfortable. They feel great. There's a good atmosphere. And as Stevie said earlier, it's putting money in the football club, you know, which is what that building is for. So where I came on board, I manage a couple of high-profile bands. I'm also a promoter. And so, you know, like my network of people that I have, you know, like Sham 69, for example, you know, one of the guys I manage, his band was in The Prodigy, for example. He plays in an American band called Scream, which are the one just about to set off on a world tour. So, you know, bringing in high-profile acts, you know, if we're bringing in 350 people through the door, they're all going to be drinking and spending money behind the bar, which in turn is going to support the football club. So we've had to sit down with Stevie and yourself and other committee members. We've had to find ways of working smarter rather than harder, and looking at different avenues and exploring different ways where we can generate additional revenue to support the football club, you know, and that was one of those ideas. And there's a lot of venues actually closing because they're not getting the footfall, because they can't afford to pay, you know, the decent act. So the deal is with the football club don't have any liability when we bring in bands here. So me as a promoter, for example, or Ronnie McGrath or Chris Lovell, these are guys, you know, we're working with. So when they bring a band here, they promote it, they foot the, you know, so all the bills and expenses are done through the promoters, and there's no liability to the football club. As previously, when you had, I don't know, Bad Manners and other bands coming here, the football club, you also had to pay those artists, which means that your revenues have gone down. But with professional promoters, you know, we're promoting it, you know, old school with posters and flyers. You know, we're doing paid social media campaigns, you know, just to get people through the door. And the hard thing is, because of the history of the steel bar, if you like, that's give us a bit of a stumbling block trying to get people to come back to the place. So by putting on good quality bands, and not only that, Chuck, you know, I've got some great tribute bands lined up. We got, you know, the world's best Debbie Harry tribute band, Bootleg Blondie.
They are an exceptional band. They are. I've seen them before here at the
two members of Blondie have actually played with them, and they're actually writing a musical with Clem Burke from Blondie. So that's how good they are. We've also got the Duran Duran Experience lined up for October the 26th. These are Saturday night gigs, by the way, to make it easier and accessible for people to get here, as opposed to getting in from work on a Friday night, then rushing around. So, hopefully, we'll get some different crowds coming in. And also, not only from the music side, there's other things like one of my mates is a comedian, does a comedy circuit. So we're also looking at doing monthly comedy club nights here and trying to get this on the comedy club circuit. So it's utilising that building, not just on match days, but outside of that, as I said, to generate money for the football club.
The other side of that, what you were talking about, that's your expertise, but we want the supporters to come and tell us what they want. If they want us to put particular things, like getting footballers, that's quite popular, getting footballers evenings here. So if the supporters want, I don't know, fundraising nights we can have fundraising nights for the first team, race nights and what have you. So if they want that, we want people to come and tell us what they want in the bar. They're quite vocal on social media but come and tell us on a Saturday, when we're up here, what you want. Tell Chris, because he's got a lot of contacts in many aspects, not just with the music. So, and if he's not got it, then I'm sure he'll know someone.
We know somebody that does.
Yeah.
So the shout out is to the fans. Contact us social media. So that's the Steel Bar. That is obviously on Instagram, Twitter, and all the rest. X as it is. You all know that. Corby Town. And look out for Stomper Promotions and the Club with No Name.
And Rev 'em Up Promotions herself.
And of course, Rev 'em Up. I've got to say, because pre-kickoff, some of the best music in the world is heard here at Steel Park, and we need to knock it on and play it over there. But we'll wait and see.
You're losing me.
But finally, so the other thing is in there. So at the moment, we're having to hire in PA and lighting, but I've got funding in place now, which I've done for a CIC company, because we're going to be doing some training for young people that want to break into the music industry in production, mixing, and forming a band, etc. So we'll also offer that facility in the local area, and I've got famous musicians that will be facilitating some of that. But it's also meant that I could apply for funding from the Arts Council, because we're going to be putting in a 20 grand plus PA and lighting rig in that venue so it's fit for purpose as a touring venue. Any younger we're getting on in life, and the next generation of entertainers, whether they be a comedian or an actor or whatever, we're also going to be providing a facility in that venue to help the next generation. And we are also looking at maybe doing like a Corby's Got Talent in there next year as well. So that's another one of the ideas for young people, whatever they're going to be doing. But yeah, Corby's Got Talent in the Steel Bar will be a great thing for next year as well.
There's lots of Corby bands. Justice said there's lots of Corby bands that need a space to practice as well. So if you are in that position, certainly give us a call. We'll look at this and insert, in any case we can, maybe cut the cloth to suit your needs. And that would be a great way for us to have the bar used and bring in a revenue to the club.
Yeah. And, Corby Town is a community football club, and let's utilise that. Let's work with the whole community. Whether you're into football, you could be into football and music. You've got a lot of young kids out there that have got brilliant talent. They haven't got a clue. Where can I go and record my track? Or, how do I mix this down? Who do I go and speak to about getting my first gig? We'll have all that facility in there, for the local community and young people. You're providing young kids the opportunity to play football.
Yeah.
We're also going to give them the opportunity to get involved in performing arts and music as well at the same time. So, yeah.
We really need a musical night, because there's nothing better than standing on a stage singing songs from musicals. I like that kind of idea. Maybe not, Chris, no? Hey, it's great. Don't knock it. So, obviously...
Well, let's hope we have a lot of Saturday nights in there. We're celebrating victories here.
Indeed.
We can all get up and karaoke.
I mean, that seems to be the thing. After a game, you want to enjoy the moment and go for a beer with a smile on your face, having watched Corby Town win. And at home last season, it didn't really happen until the new year. And we just got to get that running now. We have one at home in 2024. We'll carry on, hopefully Saturday.
Start Saturday.
And moving forward. But
And can I just say that, you know, this football club, you've got a brilliant team of people. You know, people looking after the pitch. You guys, the stuff that Chuck's doing, all of you volunteers that are doing stuff. We do need a few more volunteers to help us with maintenance. So if you've got carpenter skills, you've got decorating skills, anything like that. And if you've got a small business, you know, we'll give you some free advertising, etc. In the programme. We'll give you a board, you know, for helping us out so we can get that clubhouse, the steel bar, so it's fit for purpose. I mean, it's all the health and safety and everything else is in place, but we still have some building improvements we have to do that we've got on the programme of works. So we do need a few more volunteers if we can, whether it's a couple of hours a week or a couple of hours a month, it would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, definitely.
so there you go. It looks like we're all set here at Steel Park for what will be an amazing season coming up in 24-25. And we're looking forward to the football on the pitch, the bands on the stages, and the noise around Steel Park. Stay tuned to Corby Town TV. Hit subscribe and like. All those buttons are there for you. And we'll see you soon at Steel Park.